Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
Sawtooth Plateau. All those broken pieces like a dragon's jaw.
Activating automated forward station deployment.
This alien tech comes in all shapes and sizes. But what's it for?
I can't believe you're so blasé about the Asari Ark. We're stuck here with 100 problems. We need support, experience. Oh, yay. Let's get more old biddies arguing over what to do. Wait long enough, and 9 times out of 10, problems fix themselves. If you won't give a damn about saving the Asari Ark, then I will. See? Problem solved.
Pathfinder, I detect a Kep camp ahead. The Scourge may have destabilized this remnant site, Pathfinder.
really putting your heart into finding the Asari Ark, aren't you?
Sorry if that's inconvenient. I know you've got a busy day of not giving a shit.
Hey, I give a shit. I give lots of shits. I just don't need to give one about the Lucinia because you do. Got enough shit giving for a herd. Okay, thanks.
Apart.
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
So, Cora, you like numbers, contingencies, all that. We're going to make it here, aren't we?
I hope so.
It'd be pretty stupid to come all this way just to fail.
True.
Cool. Good to know.
Looks like the Ket got here before us. Nice work.
Press on dunes. The mayor's idea. Because we have to press on.
Politicians. Always helpful. Little duck? Who is this?
Someone who's got work for you. Come to my nav point, if you think you're up for it.
Don't want to keep him waiting, little duck.
That is not becoming a thing.
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
I've seen enough wastelands. Where's the celebration for managing to live here?
Eos will have holidays, once we figure out the seasons.
I'm trying to look at the potential. In 50 years, this could be a beach vacation. friend was calling from a Ket bunker?
We don't know he's a friend.
Well, well. Glad you decided to show.
This your handiwork?
Yeah, it's not as impressive as taking out a base, but yeah, it's mine. Name's Bane Masani. Ket hunting's a hobby of mine.
We should start a club?
Eos is the perfect spot for it. Planet's a Ket magnet. I've been tracking them down, marking You took out the crown jewel, but the bastards still have... You want to protect that shiny new outpost? You better wipe them out.
I'll do whatever I can to keep
Glad to hear it. Sending nav points to your Eventually we'll want to hit the crown jewel, their main base. But I don't think you're ready for that yet.
I'm ready.
It's your funeral. Happy hunting, Pathfinder.
You obviously weren't a cat hunter back...
No, I worked in the private security sector. Pay was good, but... A buddy of mine told me about the initiative. Thought...
Bring any family?
Hell no. Heard he was a big-time merc. All I know is he gave me his name and nothing else.
You didn't come to Eos with Brad?
No, I'm one of Tan's scary exiles. Left the Nexus after the uprising. Been planet hopping ever since, hunting Ket.
Not sure anyone likes the cat, but you really seem to hate them.
What can I say? They're ugly. And I'm a man about aesthetics.
Why did you join the...
Didn't like how they played God, deciding who... So, I played Mutineer. When things didn't pan out.
You didn't want to stay with the other...
Honestly, most exiles are arseholes, and not the lovable kind.
Why do you think the cat are drawn...
In my experience, they go wherever those weird-ass structures are. No idea. I gave up questioning the damn things. Better to just put a bullet in their head.
Stay safe, Masa.
That's the goal.
the only generators the Ket brought.
Given the large Ket presence on Eos, I would agree, Pathfinder.
We'll just keep shutting them down as we find them. Coming up on the barracks.
Stay sharp. Shouldn't be as many here as the base. No reason to get cocky, though.
That's gotta hurt! That's teamwork. Shield boost enabled.
That's the last of them.
Not bad, little duck. Not bad.
That is seriously the worst nickname.
Asked any questions.
Do you know the exact force required to detach your dermal plates? I thought not.
A field log, Pathfinder, issued to patrolling Ket.
Glad he's gone.
Automated protocols activated. Deploying forward station.
The Ket built all this? Good thing we hit their base. It could have been a stronghold.
hear you were like a human huntress or something. I served with Asari commandos, if that's what you mean. So weird. Can't imagine fighting someone else's wars. I was there to learn. Learn what? Patience, apparently.
Another memory trigger?
One of your father's memory. Is now accessible. Return to SAM node on the Hyperion to...
Bumpy ride getting this far. I doubt any of our vehicles were tested this hard.
We're outfitted best we can be.
Gil has tuned the Nomad perfectly for EOS.
Damn good work out there, Pathfinder. Wanted to extend my thanks in person. You did a hell of a thing, taking out all those Ket.
I always make time to kick some cat ass.
A man after my own heart. But you didn't drive all this way for me to kiss your ass. Here, your reward. Glad someone from the Nexus is competent.
Stay safe, miss.
That's the goal.
Have to make their mark.
We'll clear the Ket off EOS for good.
I always wanted to toss a rock in these Ket turbine things.
Head ahead, Pathfinder. I recommend caution. Remnant site has defenses in place, Pathfinder. Automated protocols activated. Deploying forward station. Mining zones have been added to your nav system, Pathfinder. Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
Probably Ket crawling all over that tech.
think that's it. All right, let's shut it down.
My sensors are detecting Ket technology, Pathfinder.
That looks like Ket tech. Let's do this!
I detect a remnant.
What's this doing in a Ket camp?
Judging by the damage, the Ket were extracting data. This core is too damaged to properly read what they received.
Then we'll just have to find more.
This area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface. Undocumented mineral nearby, Pathfinder.
Shield boost enabled.
Get ready to fight!
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
Serving with Asari commandos doesn't make you Asari. When did I say that? You sure act like it sometimes. It's kind of funny. Just saying, don't be that person. Nothing worse. Cora, shoot straight with me, will you?
I'll try.
You don't like me.
I don't like your methodology.
Oh, don't hide behind vocabulary.
Pathfinder. This area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
This is the spot that Advent Scout gave us. Natural gas, right under our feet.
Didn't we just fix this planet?
I guess we could go to the other site and tap water for Prodromos. We need to pick.
Descent is go.
Leaving Atmo. All clear.
Ryder, could we talk a moment? Sam's been compiling our star charts. The other pilots on the Nexus will have plenty of new trails to follow. Now it's become a haven, just as it was meant to be.
Every good space station needs a big lake. Maybe some fountains.
Indeed. Even non-amphibians need a little water. Regardless, the worst threat to the whole initiative is still that monstrosity.
You mean the Scourge?
I still see it crippling the Nexus in my memories. I had to train other pilots in hazardous flight techniques just to look for food and water. It's a cage that eats good ships and good people. Helios won't be home so long as it's a threat.
It's a huge space anomaly. It's not going away in anyone's lifetime.
If we could somehow neutralize it, or if our ships had defenses against it. Still, that's what we do, isn't it? Find a way where there is none. Just see the Nexus for proof of that. Hello, Gil? When are you cleaning up that repair?
I'm not. It's a redesign.
A redesign? Without a train...
I'm trained and it's working great. Don't be so uptight.
Everything?
Oh, fine. What can I do for you?
If you helped to build the Tempest...
Just about everything. By memory. It was quite the effort to get her... The initiative needed absolutely up-to-date technology, which we all had to coordinate, and some of it was rather tricky to acquire.
Acquire?
Buy. Legally and above board, of course. Sadly, the other Pathfinder vessels were lost when the Scourge hit the Nexus. The Tempest is truly unique.
You know, I haven't act...
Careful. Depending who you ask, we're conniving spies, genius research. We have to pack a lot of living into 40-odd years. Everything gets accelerated. Lines blur. I just hope we don't repeat our old mistakes out here.
What do you think of the rest?
Well, I can't talk about Suvi. She's...
I'm not listening. You can say whatever you like.
Oh no, I'm not falling for that again.
What do you think of the rest?
I'll admit it. Gil's rather irritating. He insists on redesigning systems rather than...
He likes to do things his...
That doesn't make it the right way.
What do you think of the rest?
Liam's quite fun. Not many humans have that kind... I probably shouldn't have told him there are secret compartments in the armory, though. He's been looking all day. Dr. Tapero seems nice, if quiet. It must be very different here, compared to the hype.
Let's keep it that way.
Given Drack's history with Solarians, it's probably better I just... Too bad. That grunion roast he makes smells delicious.
What do you think of the...
I like Peebee. But I really hope she doesn't lean on the escape pod's manual release.
Is that easy to do?
It's an escape pod. If it's difficult to use, you're doing it wrong.
What do you think of the rest of the crew?
Vetra's very kind. She actually got hold of some dried seaweed snacks for me. Said I needed feeding up. I don't talk to Cora much. There are things I'd like to ask her about your father, but it never seems like a good time.
What do you think of the rest of the crew?
Jaal has all sorts of questions about the ship. I gave him some technical manuals. He told... I should ask him about Angaran ships. Imagine something actually designed to handle that damn Scourge.
What do you think of...
Oh, if I gossip anymore, I'll get in trouble.
Tell me something.
Her engine's based on the Ark's Odyssey drive, which got us through dark space. The core takes the step. It took Serena and Tion weeks to get it working on a small...
Tell me something.
Our aerospace engine... Once, It made a perfect mold of the components, and the
I couldn't help over... It sounded pretty...
He likes redesigning things, but the ship was built this way for a reason. I wish Gil would respect that. It's nothing to concern yourself about, really.
I'll let you...
You know where I'll...
I saw pictures of the vault. Astounding. And how much of it didn't you see? What if it's way bigger? What's all that space for?
Wild remnant parties. What else would you use it for?
Well, that's a thought. You don't really think they... Oh, joking, I see. Good one.
I take it you work closely with the Nexus.
I tried to keep in contact with them. We discuss anything and everything we... After all, many brains are better than one. I work best when I have other people to bounce ideas off of.
I'm still fuzzy about how we managed to see Andromeda.
It confused me too. I mean, the light lag would have made any data 2 mil... So I asked Dr. Aridana, and she told me, well, it wasn't her tech that did it. It was the
You're kidding. Those killer robots we had?
Those exact one. The initiative obtained data from an array in deep space. According to Aridana, the Geth rebuilt a mass relay and turned the approach corridor into an
A what now?
It operated like a telescope, just faster than light. It provided much more up-to-date info. We don't know why the Geth were interested in observing beyond the galaxy, though. Maybe we'll never know.
Did my dad know about this? Why didn't he tell me?
It's possible he didn't know. The Geth are isolationists. Using the info, even obtaining it in the first place, probably crossed a lot of boundaries.
What do you know about the remnants terraforming?
From what I can tell, the vault is designed to adjust almost everything. Climate, pH of the soil, atmosphere composition. If we can figure out how to control the vaults, we could turn these worlds into perfect habitats.
When did you start believing it?
My parents were both scientists. My home was ruled by rationality. Let's just say that while other kids found Batarian music, I found...
But your work as
convinced me even more, especially when I got into molecular... The patterns I kept seeing over and over again, they were like an artist's watermark. God, to me, is an artist. An inventor, not someone checking to see if I brush my teeth.
What do you know about the skirt?
We established that it's artificial. Someone... Or they did something that caused it. We don't know why. That's still a mystery.
I should get back.
Sound...
You have AVP outstanding, Pathfinder.
Gil? Need something? I'll be here if you need me.
maybe for the best.
I've got enough people to patch up without Gil tripping over Karkins.
Not the backup I was hoping for, Lexi.
You both have... Axul is very cunning. My mothers are worried sick about the cousins that joined him.
I want to learn more about your species.
What would you like to know?
How long have you had electromagnetic capabilities? How did they evolve?
No idea. Biology doesn't interest me, but
That's disappointing.
How do your eyeballs work?
Okay, I get your point. Maybe I can find an Angara doctor to ask about your...
What? Although, I used to know some facts. Like the...
Oh yeah, humans have a coccyx, a vestigial tail. And I have webbed toes, just a couple, but Sarah doesn't. And she had wisdom teeth, but I didn't. Now you.
No idea.
The Angara seem so open and free with their...
Are we? Certainly. We're taught that feelings and beliefs should live on the outside, where they can be dealt with, honestly, and...
Don't people get hurt?
Of course. Then everyone deals with it. That's the point.
How many colonies do you have?
Since the Scourge, we've managed to survive on a small number of planets. What we know from before the Scourge is mostly oral. We did have spaceflight, and the stories tell of 5 original colonies.
Is there a central Angara?
There are many variations. An almanac could give you a... But if you are a believer, the essential tenet is, after we die, we are reincarnated. We evolve, born from what was before, blessed to be better.
Are you a believer?
No. Yes. Sometimes. I don't know if it's the same for humans. Sahuna, my true mother, is a
You studied with Moshae Sefa. Is she a teacher or a...
She's many things. She's beloved. I love her.
Really? So one of those professors...
No, not that way. Moshae Sefa is 115 of your years old.
Well, enough about that. What's your story, Jaal?
Why?
Well...
Maybe. That would only make sense.
You're messing with me.
Possibly. What does it mean?
It's an idiom. Means you're joking, trying to make me feel
Ah, then no. Ephra instructed me to be cautious. I'm not very good at being cautious.
Can you tell me more about the Ket occupation?
It's a difficult subject. I'll answer what I can. I may get emotional.
What's living under the Ket bit?
Do you really want to hear about these things?
I asked.
It's like living on unstable ground. I part company with someone not knowing if I'll ever see them again. When I was a boy, my father vanished from my life.
Was he in the Resistance?
No. He was a technician at a mine. That happens for an Angara child somewhere. Every single...
When the Ket came...
They didn't give us a reason to. Until they did. Perhaps you think we were weak. But the Ket are ruthless. They are masters at knowing exactly...
I get that. Believe me. Have the Ket always been here?
No. Some, like the Moshae, are old enough to remember the time before.
And the Archon came...
We think so. Resistance intel on that is unclear.
And lived?
And lived to tell.
Well, enough about that. I'll see... Hey there, got a sec?
Sure.
Thanks for
You know it.
There you are. Gotcha.
Now that you got me, what are you gonna do with me?
You've caught me off guard. I'll have to give it some thought.
Add it to your task list. See me if you want.
I'll be just dealing with some scourge issues. That Archon fella tried to warn you not to joyride into it, but you were just la la la. It was an act first, think later move. I respect it. Well, hey,
Come again?
poker, card game, bluffing, betting. Used to think maybe it was my calling. Turns out I'm just good at it. Never lost, heads up. We should play sometime.
Maybe if we get a break.
A little distraction can be useful. Let yourself wander a bit. You might come back sharper. Next time we port up and you're in the mood. The Angara were super curious about the ship. A few were pretty bold.
What do you make of them?
They know their shit. Quick-minded, sharp. They'll make good allies. Anytime.
Ryder?
Your take on the Angara, old man?
Honorable survivors. That is a nice little piece of paradise the Angara have. Wouldn't mind seeing it again.
I wouldn't mind either.
We rescued that Moshai of theirs. Maybe they'll give us some tips.
Now that we've been digging, it's clear.
Guy like that'll do anything to get ahead. Just wonder how far he went.
We can talk more later.
Sure.
Tracking a remnant architect.
The one we fought ended up in orbit? Amazing.
Anomaly on sensors. Probe away. Getting a scan.
Our Turian friend on Eos has good instincts. Let's check it out.
Anomaly detected. Probes launched. I found something.
Possible Ket supplies, just like Dark had suggested.
Anomaly detected. Deploying probe. I found something. Ket debris. Severe damage consistent with ESO detonation.
Oh, I get it. Turian escape vector, right? Another of their tricks. Dumping fuel as last-ditch mines.
Our shuttle might still be out there?
I'm picking up something. Probe away. Getting a scan. Ryder, it's dark, but... No. I'm getting low readings. Stasis fields.
Priority to the Nexus. We have a shuttle for retrieval with Site 2 survivors. Resilience, you are coming home.
The Scourge's drag on the ship.
At least it keeps Aya hidden.
Pathfinder, did you make it to Hervarl? This is a pre-Dark Age design. Do you see the black marks? The Scourge target... I've never seen one of these intact. Do you know how rare this is? I can't even begin to repay you.
If it makes you that happy, I'll gladly dig up a few more.
Do you offer priceless relics to every Angari? I'll keep... I need to study this further to fully understand it. I'll let you know.
You got it.
Thank you, Pathfinder.
Any insight you can give me on the Remnant?
We don't know much. To our understanding, it's always been... stars. I would love to be the one to solve that mystery.
You said the helmet was touched by the Scourge. What does that mean?
I forget your people weren't around for... that. When the Scourge appeared, it targeted Remnant ships, broke down their technology. With the drive cores disabled...
The ships crashed.
But that may not be all. The Scourge leaves a mark on whatever it touches. If it touched this helmet, perhaps the pilot was the target. There may be Remnant tech inside the helmet.
Or in the pilot.
Storms. I hadn't even thought of that.
Is it normal for someone as young as you to...
I'm no younger than you. And you're a Pathfinder.
I kinda inherited the job.
So did I. I was apprenticed to the former curator. It was my job to bring him artifacts from other worlds. When he retired, I sort of fell into his position.
Do you miss Relic Hunt?
Some days, but mostly I'm happy to spend more time with each piece.
Have you always been into history?
Oh yes. When I was young, I would dig up shells and pretend they were ancient art. I've always had a big imagination. With only 14 siblings, I got
14? That's insane.
Why? How many do you have?
Just the one.
Oh, that's terrible. I'm sorry.
I should get moving.
Come back soon.
All systems green.
You have new email at your terminal, Pathfinder.
A lonely system. It's almost lost in the Scourge.
What else could be lost out there? Anomaly on sensors. Probes launched. Detecting what's left of a ship. Anomaly on sensors. Probes launched. I found something. This system looks mostly unexplored.
It was charted. Once. Then the Scourge happened. What's old is new.
Anomaly detected. Deploying probe. Getting a scan. Anomaly on sensors. Probe away. Anomaly found. Anomaly detected. Probes launched. Satellite detected. One day that might be true again. Anomaly detected. Deploying probe. Got a reading from the asteroid belt. Sometimes I forget how small we are. Anomaly on sensors. Anomaly on sensors. Deploying probe. Probe's launched. Detecting what's left of a ship. Anomaly detected. Probes launched. Tracking a huge mineral deposit. Anomaly detected. Deploying probe. Getting a scan.
Okay, bundle up, people.
I'll stay on my nice warm ship.
Take her down, Callow.
We designated this planet Habitat 6. Original readings suggested it had a breathable, nitrogen-rich atmosphere and oceans of H2O.
I take it that's no longer the case.
All H2O on Habitat 6, vold to the Angara, is ice. And those oceans, frozen over completely.
There goes the dream of a seaside property. That's a pretty intense blizzard.
LZ is on the windward side of the mountain. Conditions are bad. I'm tracking gale force squalls.
Whoa!
We're good. We're good.
You sure? Want us to get out and push?
Very funny, Ryder.
Oh, Suvi wasn't kidding about the cold.
Damn, this place is well hidden.
Where are we meeting the resistance team?
Sent you the nav point. Good luck, Pathfinder. A heater! Let me warm up for a second. I've never been this cold.
Almost at the base now. Make sure you talk to Commander Anyik when you arrive.
Environmental temperatures are within acceptable limits. Life support restored. Extreme cold is detected, Pathfinder. Environmental temperatures are within acceptable limits.
Fuel lines, hydraulics, all looking good.
Word's getting around that you're all right. I'll decide for myself once I talk to Ephra.
Are you the Pathfinder that Ephra was talking about?
That's me.
We're the team assigned to breach the facility with you. Hopefully rescue Moshae Sefa.
I'm your pilot. The Ket facility is on the other side of the planet.
Ready to head out?
I'll be back.
And will be.
It's wasting time. You should be out there looking for Michelle.
Jaal's dead. You saw
The
this.
whole thing's going to be...
Don't be so. I do this all the time.
Got a message from my brother.
You must be Ryder. Jaal told us what you did for Kiran's team on Haval. I'm Anyik Dozil, commander of this encampment. You're welcome here as an ally of the Angara.
I appreciate the warm welcome. It's a joke. To break the ice? Get it? Warm welcome? Ice?
Kill me now.
Probably a translation thing.
Perhaps. Strange jokes aside, I hope you will join our fight against the Ket. We could certainly use the help. We've held the Ket at bay, but have been unable to deal a decisive blow. The longer things drag on, the greater our disadvantage.
That's why I came here. To help.
If you want to know where you can make a difference, go to the post that overlooks the... Nothing happens on Vold without our lookouts knowing about it. Before you go, is there anything else I can help you with?
How long has the Resistance been...
Nearly as long as the Ket. With our military destroyed, civilians took the fight into their own hands. They formed the Resistance as a final effort.
It seems to be working.
Only since Ephra took over. His tactics gave us the push we need, but even now we're a long way from winning.
I've met Ephra.
He's never been good at first impressions. He can be stern, but he's exactly what the... Ephra took a scattered band of civilian fighters and molded them into an... What success we've had against the Ket is entirely due to his leadership.
Most people seem to really...
Because he would do anything for his people, he inspires the same in us. We may not always agree with Ephra, but we'd follow him to the end of the stars.
That's it for now.
Hostile patrol approaching.
Wow. I wonder how it works. Do you think they're adapted remnant tech?
You don't win a war without good organization.
An impressive surveillance system.
Pathfinder, I was told to expect you. Davia Kars, Chief Intelligence Officer. I want to brief you on Vold. Any questions about the planet? Ask away.
How does the Resistance plan...
We don't have the forces to fight a planet-wide war. The center of all Ket operations on Vold is... At least, that is our hope.
Is that a map of Vold?
A living map, yes. Every region on the planet is updated in real time as we get information from... You can see the nearest Dara, the Jara Techiks, and Yarnik, the archaeological dig the Ket have occupied.
The bright spots on the map, are those cities?
Cities under siege by the Ket, yes. The largest is Straya.
Was?
It's hard to think of a city as a capital when it's just a maze of empty streets and... But buildings can be rebuilt. We are more than our cities.
Tell me more about Asari.
It's the recent focus of Ket attacks. They think they can break our spirit by tearing down our... The Ket learned that we fight to the death, and they would rather we submit. So they destroy our Dara, our homes. They drive us into the cold and expect us to give in. They underestimate the Angara.
You mentioned the word Dar.
Well, translated directly, it means rock foundation. A Dar is smaller than a city, but larger than a settlement. There are several out here. Angara who live in Dara are combat trained, ready for anything.
I guess they
take pride in defending themselves. But the Ket the Dara are their new target. We've had to change our tactics to protect them. More patrols with the Dara means fewer raids on Ket camps. The Ket know this and use it against us. If you need it.
Looks like supplies aren't getting through to the Resistance.
Maybe we should talk to the requisitions officer.
Pathfinder, something I can do for you? You the requisitions officer? I hear you're having...
Of course not. I don't know what you've heard, but everything is running fine.
I saw the messages sent to you. What do you hide?
Keep your voice. I need to keep this news contained. No one knows the shipments of... If word gets around, we'll have a serious morale drop. And...
You have any leads?
Not much. The supplies make it planetside, but never reach the base. The obvious answer is the Ket. Sabotage is their style. We changed our drop point, but no. I can't send someone to investigate without word getting around. I guess there's no avoiding it eventually.
I can take a look at the drop point.
I can't sanction an official search, but the nav point for the last drop location. You seem to be adept at decryption.
Decryption successful, Pathfinder. Updating your nav system with a supply drop point.
They all say the same thing. The Resistance is missing supplies. Don't worry, they dealt with me.
If you need patching up, you'll have to wait. A patrol just came through and I need to see to them.
Is it just you here?
Volunteer medics are hard to come by, especially ones who can handle Vold.
It's actually warm in here.
We don't use them for heat. They generate artificial sun, so we don't go down.
What do you mean, go...
Right, I suppose you wouldn't know about that. Our bodies generate energy from sun. If we don't get enough, our immune systems weaken and our bioenergy slows. We go dark.
It can't be easy living in a place like this.
Between the cold and the lack of sun, it's tough to... Most of us come from Aya or Haval, so it's a big adjustment. Immunity... But if the civilians in the settlements can live here without complaint, so can we. I'll be here.
Leave me.
Looks like medical supplies. Probably shouldn't tamper with them.
Yes, what is it? You're that alien they've been talking about on comms, aren't you? Why are you standing here? Don't you have more important places to be?
I'm not sure which question I should answer.
How about none of them? I simply wanted to express my surprise.
Dr. Hareen, maybe Ryder can help us with the
emergency kit.
This is a war zone. Kedded. Wounded. There's probably a cache of emergency medical supplies. No substitute for real medical attention, but you'll...
Problem is the caches are empty right now. Restrained and no one's been out there to replenish supplies.
There's no time to waste. I'll help with...
Supply crates are stacked by the wall over there. Directions to the caches are with them.
Of course.
Good.
These are the emergency medical supplies the doctor mentioned. We have to get them to the caches. Sam, you saving the location data?
Of course, Pathfinder. I'm reading a severe temperature
I
drop.
brought the snack.
Whoa! Didn't mean to sneak up on you.
It's the alien. The one that helped out on Havarl. Didn't expect an alien to help. They've mostly tried to kill and enslave us. So that's amazing. You're amazing.
Shut up, Beniska. You're embarrassing.
You shut up. I'm being charming, right?
The Angara have been wonderful to us, including yourself. So thank you.
See? We're building bonds here, Seek.
So what's out there? Any tips?
As a start, you could join our fight in Hajara, where those red lights are. I hear someone's looking for help.
Or you could just go there and kill some Ket. They're everywhere.
Anything else you need to know? We've been stationed here forever, so we're experts.
Those red lights. You said that's Hijara?
Yes. Hajara Station, one of the Dar in the valley. It's a small community, mostly scientists. There's people there that might need help if you haven't checked it out already.
How do they live out there?
Why so surprised? We've adapted to this weather.
Those lights are conspicuous. Don't the Ket attack?
We've adapted to that too. The Ket want to take us alive, so we fight to the death. It seems to deter them.
What's that alien facility on that mountain over there?
That's the Ket Command Center. We have constant eyes on it.
What's its purpose?
It controls Ket operations on the entire planet. There's always ships coming and going.
I came face to face with the prefect there. Meanest, motherless Visan I ever saw.
Even the Ket seemed afraid. We don't have much intel on her, though.
Do you know of any remnant?
I think so.
Seek, do you ever read the
No, you'll tell me if I need to.
So where is it?
tall lights? Over on your right somewhere.
I'll let you get back to...
Take care.
Tempest, we're gonna need the Nomad. My position.
Deploying forward station. Good luck, Ryder.
Activating automated forward station deployment. Mining zones in this region are available.
Okay, Sam, what's Vold got for us?
Ket activity appears to be centered around this large central command post. According to Resistance intelligence, the base coordinates all Ket military efforts on Vold.
And taking it down will cripple their operations.
In theory. However, given the trouble the Angara Resistance has had infiltrating the base, it will not be a simple task. I recommend a more cautious approach that starts with the investigation of smaller Ket installations.
What about the Angara? The Resistance, what's their status?
Resistance dispatches indicate there is someone in Hajara who needs help. We could visit Tekix, a larger and more established Angara Dar that is nearby.
Sounds good. Thanks, Sam.
Pathfinder, Vold's temperature range is fixed well below freezing, with pockets of even more severe conditions. This necessitates the use of the Nomad. I advise against prolonged exposure to the cold.
Got it. Don't crash the car.
Our scans have detected remnant monoliths, which suggests the presence of a Vold.
And that means we might be able to melt this ice cube. All right, we've got our work cut out for us. Let's get going.
Please be careful, Ryder.
Trust me.
The Nomad's got safeties if you drive off this mountain, right?
We're out of the worst of it. Temperature should be manageable now.
Over here!
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
The windows are fogging up on the inside. Isn't there some sort of de-icer?
I swear I will turn this car around. Why were Ingara attacking us?
Pathfinder, I detect a data pad nearby. Undocumented mineral has been detected, Pathfinder.
We got Cat up ahead. Temperature is falling, Pathfinder.
firing.
Picking up a faint signal. Looks like a friendly ship.
It matches the transponder code for Asari survey vessel, Perifona.
That's the ship Hidaria mentioned.
We might be close.
Automated protocols activated. Deploying forward station.
Those clouds are really something.
Whatever you think of it, this is a beautiful planet.
They said it was a golden world. I'm still reeling.
Mining zones in this region are available, Pathfinder. I've added them to your nav system. The ambient temperature is normal.
We saw this area from the lookout post.
Let's see if someone here needs help. I'm reading a normal temperature range, Pathfinder.
Can't get deep enough to take a proper sample. The ice is too thick. If I had better equipment, we would have finished days ago.
That alien Pathfinder they call them. Oh, I wish I could talk. But I gotta get this sky-cursed piece of junk working. It's been picking up weird interference for days. I can't transmit data to our colleagues in Talara.
Is there something I can do?
Maybe. I need to take a break before I kill someone. If you want, feel...
High-powered communications array. Most likely for planet-wide communications.
Makes sense. Anything on that interference the researcher talked about?
I am detecting a signal. It is faint, but this equipment is sensitive. Pathfinder, I also observe a regular pattern in this emitted signal. It may be artificial.
Ket?
The signal has no identifiers. It is possible the Ket are disrupting or listening in on Angara communications.
We can't just attack.
I sent a team to look at that Ark.
Good. Make sure they don't get too close. There could be remnants nearby.
Found an abandoned supply pack on the eastern front.
You're that alien people have been talking about. Some say we can't trust you. But if you're here to fight Ket, that's good enough for me.
I appreciate the...
Ket kill people. They take our families and we never see them again. Anyone who fights against that has to be better than them. So, will you fight them? I know the location of the labor camp where they took my uncle.
What's a Ket labor camp for?
Sometimes they collect Angara, and once they have enough, and sometimes they just kill them.
I'm so sorry.
Don't be sorry. Make sure I don't lose more family.
I'll get your uncle.
Here's the nav point of the labor camp. Please hurry. Nilj may not have my...
The temperature is falling, Pathfinder.
What did you do back in the Milky Way?
A job, you mean? Nope, not for me.
Everyone needs to eat. You must have done something.
I did a bunch of things. Scout, courier, shuttle mechanic, short order cook for a while, researcher. The week after that, I switched things up a little.
How did you ever commit to a 600-year intergalactic voyage?
Easy. It was new. So much violence. Nice shot!
Enemies!
The temperature is falling, Pathfinder.
I wonder if the Angara would let us train with them. I'd like to see their methods.
They're a tough bunch.
How long have the Angara been fighting the Ket? Must feel like forever.
I guess he is unique, isn't he?
Who?
Jaal. I'm amazed all that steering hasn't burned a hole in his armor.
You're saying you're not a little curious?
I say nothing.
Labor camp Skiot talked about.
I'm ready when you are.
You're here to rescue us. The control panel is right there. Shut this down. I'm gonna kill these kids! Once I have a weapon, I'm gonna destroy these kids! Disable the fence! I have to get out! Freedom! Disable the fence, quick! You're not getting away with this!
The temperature is falling, Pathfinder. The ambient temperature is normal. Life support is back online.
Just in time. Would have given us another day at most. No thanks for Rana's jabs.
If the cat can't handle being called mildly insulting things.
You see what I mean? We owe you. How'd you find us anyway?
Your nephew Ski-Out was trying to get you rescued.
Good boy. He's got...
Something you've said before. The Resistance needs to be debriefed. We'll head back to base as soon as possible.
What about the data drive? We have to deliver it to Buxel so she can...
Interesting. It seems we have to depend on our rescuer for more than a rest. Can you deliver this drive to Tedjix? If we work together, no time will be wasted.
I'll go there as soon as I can.
Perfect. Buxel, I hope we meet again. Under...
The temperature is falling, Pathfinder. Reading a temperature decrease. The ambient temperature is normal. Life support is back online.
Cultures need to learn from each other, change, grow. Here we go again. Otherwise, what's the point of the initiative? Finding new stuff? Not rehashing everything old and ending up the same? Asari culture's old to you, not to us. Sure thing, Matriarch. Can we get back to something interesting?
Mining zones have been added to your map. Subsystem Pathfinder.